Hey, yo, man, listen. Hold on. Before we get into the start of this Jeep talk, give me a second. I don't know why, but for the last 2 days, I've been trying to go live from YouTube. Like I've been doing these Jeep talks for the longest. And for whatever reason, whether I set the timer on it or whether I just try to go live, it's not letting me go live from YouTube. But we can't let that stop anything. So welcome back to Jeep Talk. I believe this is episode
Select one of the following.
I believe this is episode I don't know, 14 or something like that. But I had to figure out a way to get this done. So I went on StreamYard and we did this and we're gonna do this on StreamYard. I know it's probably looking a little bit different now because it's not as clear as it was, but we're gonna eventually figure out why my phone is not letting me go live from YouTube on the YouTube thing. But either way, welcome to Jeep Talk episode, I believe 14. Let me check our comments. Um uh the importance of receipts. Now, the importance of receipts are in it's so many factors that why receipts matter. And I personally, I never really um question anyone that checks me for receipts. I never complain because I understand the importance of having receipts in this world where a lot of people's perspective, now I don't want to say they're lying, I want to say a lot of people's perspective is not one of inclusive truth. See, you see how I was able to I'm gonna shout you guys out in the room again. A lot of people's perspective is not one of inclusive truth. Let me tell you what I mean by inclusive truth. Inclusive truth is I see something, you see something, two other people see something. If 3 out of 4 of us see something in a similar way, then it's probably more closer to the truth than that one person who's seen something completely different from the exact same angle. Probably. Of course, there's exceptions, but majority of the time, that's an inclusive truth. We, especially as content creators, I don't feel as though we should automatically, we as people shouldn't automatically jump and back someone without checking receipts. And the reason why this is because if you jump to back someone without checking receipts, and then when the receipts come out that that person has done this before and that this has been an issue reoccurring times, it makes you look like you don't either do your research or it makes it look like you're being a hypocrite to the message that you're trying to bring across. Now, for some people, maybe it doesn't, and this is also goes for like people who you hang around with. For example, if you hang around with someone who in the past has shown you that they're not a trusting person, and then or that's a sneaky person, and then you try to stand up for what's right, and then something happens, and then everyone looks at you. Yeah, that's your fault. That is your fault. I don't want to. I always try not to um talk about one person, anybody in particular, but I think as a person in this travel community, I got to speak for, especially as a black person. When I see my other black people, um, you know, really like not doing their history and not doing their research, and then quote, man, I'm gonna keep off the topic of the name of that topic because again, I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. I'm going in my head to see if I really want to talk about it like this. In the meantime, let me shout everybody out, y'all. Um, Again, I've been having a difficult time, man. I've been having a difficult time trying to sign up for YouTube and shout you out. In the streets with Keith, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Bars, what it do? What it do? That girl yesterday, Keith showed was at least a 6 my guy. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think again, like I said in the other live, I think everyone has a different opinion, and that's why I never would call a woman trash. But by my standards, I don't think so because me, I like a woman who's in shape. And yes, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit chunky. It doesn't mean that I personally won't knock it down. But when I'm comparing with looks, shape matters. Like How slim is your stomach? Can I grab a hand or do I gotta take two hands? Um, Remember, you guys can ask me any questions. This is Jeep Talk episode 14. Receipts count. Receipts matter. Well, I mean, the importance of receipts. DC Woods, what's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Ellis, what it do? What it do? What it do? Kel guy in the beginning, in early in the morning. What's up, man? Uh, Mr. FOH, early morning receipts, y'all. And Mike G, what's going on, y'all? All right, so another thing is this, y'all. Since we're talking about women, here's the thing, and this is my opinion. This is not saying anything anybody else does, right? I think it's, I don't want to say ingenuine. I think it's not comparable when someone is comparing the receipts of someone on. Or I don't think it's. I don't think it's logical for someone who doesn't have receipts of non-pros on their page to go, or who doesn't have receipts of non-pros on their page, to then go and compare the pros from their page or from their history to the non-pros. Now, it's not one's better than the other. It's not this is more important. It's just, I don't think you can speak on one thing if you don't have the receipts. Like, for example, if imagine me speaking on someone who's a traveler, but I've never traveled on my page, or I rarely travel on my page. I think it's important that in order to have a thought on something, you gotta have receipts. Because if you don't have receipts, it comes off a little more ingenuous and more like I don't want to say haters, more like a person who is envious. That's how it comes off to me. Now, maybe everyone else, let me keep right here. Maybe everyone else, it doesn't come off that way too. But for the people who actually for whatever reason are able to put content, whether on their channel or whether you see them on Instagram and you see them, it's kind of ingenuous when you critique but you don't apply. And I believe we was talking about this on industry, a little bit of this on Industry Keith's page the other day, where it's like you can't, there's it's a type of woman that you can get on receipts when you're on YouTube. Because a lot of women on YouTube, shout out to Face Mob out in Brazil right now, boots on the ground. A lot of women on YouTube are not going to feel comfortable with being on camera. So you have two options. You can not show any women, or you can show the women that you can get. Now, if the woman is not, if you're not going there long term, if you're not going to a place long term, right? You can't compare that to someone who's somewhere for 2 weeks. You can't compare that to someone who's somewhere for a month. Like I seen I mean, it's one content creator who had a bad chick on his video, and I don't know if he was in Bali or was in Thailand. Bad chick on his video, right? But he's an expat, so he's there all the time. You can't compare that to someone who only goes somewhere for a week at a time or for 3 days at a time, because the availability of showing receipts is different. For example, when I went to Barranquilla, right? And this will start messing up here. I didn't bring that drink either. When I went to Barranquilla, right? I was there for 2 days, from Saturday at 3 o'clock to Monday at 3 o'clock. So that's literally 48 hours. And I had 5 different women. If you guys haven't seen already, I just uploaded the snacks on my channel. Now I had a couple people like, oh my God, she's a 2. Oh my God, this woman, if you would, why leave the States to get this? And the thing is that you gotta understand what you're able to get in a short period of time is not going to be what you're going to be able to get if you have ample time to do it. It's just not going to be the same. The receipts are not going to be the same, y'all. It's just not going to be the same. Jay Cloud, what's going on? James, what to do? Another thing, y'all. I gotta bring it up. No disrespect to the creator. I think everyone, I think everyone has their own opinion of this topic, but I gotta speak on it. Now, I'm happy to see that the guy, the guy in Trinidad, let's just say the guy in Trinidad made it home, well, at least got on bail, because I think it's important that people make it home to their family, because for everybody, everything ain't easy to do. But a lot of people nowadays, they want to take the risk, but they don't want the consequences that come with it. We're gonna have this. This is more. This might not be a little topic, but a lot of people want to take the risk, but you don't want the consequences that come with it. And I think that is a bad example of how a person should live their life. Bad in my mind. Because here's the thing. If I know I can get 1 million views by going to the ghetto of somewhere and what some people call poverty filming or filming the hood, because people like to see it crash out, and I'm not concerned with the culture of the country I go to, then I can't be mad if the country I go to finds a way to lock me up or finds a way to or something happens to me. I can't be mad, because that's the risk I took just to get the views, or that's the risk I took to get the story. But once the issue is, a lot of people, once they get locked up, or once they get in trouble, or once they get jumped, like for doing bad pranks or something, now all of a sudden it's woe is me. What I mean by woe is me, now I want everybody to back me for something that I took the risk for. When police officers go on the line of duty, they might get paid a significant amount, right? They might get paid a significant amount. And they start asking the general public for money. Why? Because against that, there's a when you don't have that set up, it's kind of like the people who die, and then their family has to create a fund me account because they didn't prepare for come. You took the risk. Now you want everybody to back the United States. That's not something that I could support and that I would champion or back, because that is telling people that there is no consequences to the risks you take or to the actions you make. And that's a bad precedent to set. I don't know why people don't. I guess when you're close with somebody, when you're friends with somebody, I know it's difficult for people to see it from the inside, but that's a bad precedent to accept when you are saying, I want to take the risk, I want to get the reward, but when the consequences come, I want everybody to stand up for me. That just, as black men, I don't think we should champion that, y'all, because that's gonna look bad as an idea if behind the concept of accountability. It's so crazy. Accountability can be in everything. It's so crazy because, man, let me check comments. I definitely want to have a topic. We're not even going to talk about it now about accountability. Remember, you guys can ask me any question you want about anything. We just chatting. It's Jeep Talk. I wanted to get that that little thing on mine because I had it for like 2 days since I could go live. But let me see what else, man. Flyboy, it is what it is. If you're going for a week or two, you need to pregame. That's a fact, or build up the scene with some chicks, which is why I double back. See, that's the thing, yo. A lot of people, they be like, yo, when they see me do my Tinder lives and they see me talking to women, they be like, yo, you don't need to do this. You can just meet women in the mall. What? Or you can just meet women walking down the street. What? I think a lot of people don't understand that. Yes, while it is easier, let's say easier. while it is easier, I'll be wrong right now. I can't think of a better word to meet women overseas and to actually make it go further. Well, a little bit of time, man. A lot of people that say they do this, if they're not there for a long period of time, I don't see no receipts of them being able to just go to the mall and just get the woman and then take her on a date and then do all this and recording in a short time. I just don't see the receipts. Um, he says I got a ton of pros I communicate with, and I link it when I sit down. I try to keep it down, and I'm deal with a pro once. I normally don't double back. However, if she's in and I can film content with her friend as well, another G, then I may double back. Like recently, I had on my video, or as you're gonna see in the future, a woman that I connected with the first time, and you guys seen her on the video, and then this time you're gonna see her on the video again, but she brought her friend, another G file. She brought her friend. I think that's the only way I could double back because the whole thing is this: if if I was looking for something more serious, something more long term, then I could see being a double back boy because if I really enjoy the experience with the one woman I want to have it again, I'll do it again. But what I'm looking for is just fun, meeting new people, seeing new energy, learning stuff. So that doesn't fall back with me trying to go back to the same pro, maybe the same non-pro. But even that sometimes gets a little shaky because the first time you see the non-pro, she might be one way, and next time she might be another way. Not every woman wants to be on camera, and not every woman is comfortable. Like again, somebody the other day said, "Yo, a chick I had on camera, the ones you're gonna see today on the video I'm dropping today from the fly in the sky, they're gonna say, yo, I see you on the video. She looks so uncomfortable. She looks like she doesn't want to be around you. Cool. But then when you see the video today and you see the interactional difference, I think the receipts prove that story completely different. And a lot of people don't give it a chance to really do the research. And again, receipts are so important, man. You can get them on for 10 seconds or so, but if they don't like that shit, even in the States, women are acceptable. I don't know, I think you gotta be a content creator to really understand the process of getting receipts of being with women. First of all, if you're gonna get receipts on being with women, me personally, I don't want to make it look like I'm piping down every woman because then it becomes more difficult for you to get receipts. Secondly, the more women you have on your channel, the more difficult it is to get receipts. That's why sometimes it scratches me, pause, when I see other content creators talk about the quality of women on people's channels, when they know how difficult it is to get a quality woman on channel, and then they'll go point to a guy and say, well, this person had a quality woman on channel, and the person won't tell you that they really paid them. It's like it to me. I'm not. It's nothing wrong with it because I know everybody doesn't want people to know the full truth, and that's understandable that people don't want people to know the full truth. But it's ingenuous to me when I'm pointing out women that I paid and some women that I didn't pay for. And I tell you that the difference. But it's women that we know that you paid for, and then you make it seem as if it's the chick is and chick might not even be a 10, the chick might be an 8. And then everything's another cheat. Everyone goes, yo, but that chick was dead as heck. But in the back of your mind, you like, dog, I was there when you said you paid. It's ingenuous. And I understand that there's a lot of stuff that people don't want to have on their channel. They don't want to talk about the stuff. But sometimes you gotta be real, man. I guess it's me because I know it's on me because I'm not accustomed to keeping the truth away from people. And I know it's not always a good thing. I'm just not accustomed to keeping the truth away from people. And I'm definitely never gonna blow up somebody's spot because it's not my life. It's completely telling a story or somebody is fabricating the truth. But it's just, oh my God, it irks me because it's like, all right, we having a real, you guys know, I mean, people know me. You know, I like telling the truth at all times. So when it's tough, yo. It's a tough conversation to have when and I mean, not even some of my close friends do this, and it's tough because then I can't lie for people. So a lot of times, I'll give you a clue. If someone says something and they try to get me to what they're saying, and it's not the truth, it's very difficult for me because I won't verify that a lie is the truth. But it's very difficult for me not to have an awkward moment where I'm like, yeah, no, that's not really the truth. But I won't verify it because I just can't. I would I think I got to the point where a lot of my friends now know if your girl call you and you with me and we got some chicks with me, don't ask me to lie, man. I won't talk to her at all. But don't ask me to lie because that's just not in my character, man. My character is not a person who's gonna lie. And it's not, again, I don't know. I want to say there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I'm not the one to point it out that there's a lot of content creators that are giving you guys one story, but in reality, it's a whole different story. Again, the same way with the brother in Trinidad. When I did some research and I found about an incident that happened in Somalia, I had a question, y'all. Like my other fellow content creators, are you going and doing the research to see what happened back here? To relate it to here? No? All right, cool. Or y'all just backing it because it's your friend. I've never, and I'm going to back to being black. I don't think black people backing black people just because they're black is a good thing. I think what we stand for as black people, as just telling the full truth, is the reason why back my black people the most. And I think, yeah, man, it's tough, bro. It's just tough thing to deal with because not everybody is, I guess, able to tell the truth in some situations they have. Not everybody wants to tell the truth because they don't like how it's gonna make them look, and not everybody is willing to tell the truth because a lot of people want people to have this facade of them of who they are. And I mean, I think with time, I think people understand that goes away, man. I think that goes away, y'all. It's so crazy that people get to that point where, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. Flyboy, the only people that complain about receipts are the dating coaches. Guys in the space have seen enough. I don't want to, the thing about, yeah, I mean, me personally, if I believe that dating coaches are necessary because not everybody has the personality. You know, I was watching BMT Live the other day. I always try to give people credit when they have a good conversation that they bring up. And on BMT Live, they were talking about the concept of game. They were talking about the concept of game. And I think that a lot of young people now, what happens is that something was here before. They notice it and they try to change the definition and name it something else. Game is the same thing as personality. Personality determines how you're able to communicate with people, how you're able to react to people, how you're able to get women. That's not, I mean, technically, if you want to call it a game, you can call it a game, but that originated, before there was game, there was personality. That concept of how you attract a woman, what you say, how she is attracted to you, what you do, how you look, that's all part of your personality. Your personality is how you act, the way you think, the things you do, the things you say, the way you dress, the way you speak. All of that is my fault. All of that is personality. And because this generation that we live in now of younger generations, they like to, even some millennials, they like to create something that they feel as though they created, or they like to change, add a new definition. Like if I point over there, I say, "Yo, this is a Jeep, right?" I say this is a Jeep, and then you go, "This is a Rubicon." We're both correct, but it's still a Jeep. and it originated as a Jeep before it was a Rubicon. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe that wasn't the best analogy, but it's like, yo, just because you name it something else doesn't mean it's not what it originally was. It's I think it's so when it comes to like even that situation of game, if you need game to get women or dating coaches, I think what dating coaches specialize in is giving people confidence to show a side of their personality that's attractive to other people, to other whoever they're looking to get. And I think that is with why dating coaches sometimes are um necessary. The issue with a lot of dating coaches is that a lot of them, because they don't have receipts, you can't take what they say as it's something that will work. Like they can point out or their receipts aren't of the women of quality that you want. Like for example, if there's a dating coach and this dating coach is teaching me how to get women, and they only get white women, and I want to get a black or Latina woman, it doesn't make sense to me to look at their receipts and say that this will work for me. But that's on the person who's asking for their help. That's on the person. That's not on me as another person to speak on and say, yo, you have no receipts of what you're trying to preach. That's on the person who's trying to get help from them to do their research. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand completely why people be mad at dating coaches or people be like trying to go at dating coaches, because it's their subscribers, it's their followers, it's the person that they are teaching who accepts whatever they give them. If it doesn't work for them, then hey, they wasted their time. But that shouldn't be on us to determine whether or not it's the right or wrong thing. I mean, hey, I just personally think that comes along with common sense. It doesn't make common sense if you want a bad supermodel chick to go after a dating coach who's who's only with big girls. It doesn't make sense for you to um go look for somebody who's who's talking about financial wealth or financial freedom, who doesn't have their life together financially. That doesn't make sense. But a lot of stuff is not as logical as people think. So Majik, what's up, man? The truth will set you free. What's going on? That line is cool. The truth might set you free, but in this generation we live in, people rather be a slave with clout than a free man who can speak his mind, or a free woman who can speak their mind freely. Or people rather be um a married man who goes to Sasua and knocks down women versus just telling them and tries to sneak to knock down women and doesn't want to be on camera, versus um a guy who's like, yo, who tells his wife, listen, I love you to death. But I didn't know about this lifestyle, and I want to do this, and I hope you accept me. If not, then that can't be that. It can't be that. So again, I understand it, but let me take you inside. What you're describing is charisma. Game is uncommon information. No, me personally, charisma, it's also a part of your personality. Like this is why I don't understand. I know I understand it, but hold up. But charisma is also part of your personality. What's going on, man? Morning. Hold on a second. Let me order this real quick. Good morning, ma'am. May I have a plain bagel cream cheese toasted? All right. Yes. All right. So charisma is part of your personality too. Yes, please. Toasted cream cheese. Charisma is part of your personality too. If you look at the definition of personality, it'll tell you personality traits. Charisma is a personality trait. The way you talk to people is a personality trait. All that fits under the thing of personality, and that's something that you develop with trial and error. Game is not is thank you. Game is hold on a second, y'all. Game to me is just a personality trait. If you want to break it down to anything, but it's part of your personality. You don't work. All right, there we go. To say the slightest, but it's still It's still thank you. It's still all based on your personality, y'all. Thank you. That's about charisma, y'all. Good morning, Kurt. What's going on, man? I don't think he said question. What's the issue with wearing shorts in Medellin? I think that it's odd that they don't like wearing shorts in 80-degree weather. I think the issue with wearing shorts in Medellin is that Medellin is more of a place that likes formalities and formalness. In other words, they want you to dress like in jeans and a button up because that's the look that they want everybody to dress in. It's more like it's my opinion. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's why I like Barranquilla or Cartagena more because it's not as focused on dressing in style or basically going after the what's the most stylish thing. That's what Medellin is, but it's just on a lower level for us because from the States we have we got New York City where if you go down to certain places in New York City you'll see a lot of people dressed up. So it's kind of like I don't want to say they're mimicking that area because that's what the style they like. But yeah, I agree with Majid. Game is something more, but they consist with one another. All right, so here's the only thing I have to say about that. Game is how you talk to women, right? How you talk to women is based on what you learn from trial and error. As your personality changes, or as your personality grows, because you've lived and you've seen different people. Like when you was a kid, you had one personality, but as you live, your personality grew, and you learned how to adapt to certain environments and certain information. Like because that's just what happens with living. To consider that to be something separate from your personality is difficult because if you introduce yourself to a woman, right? How you talk, personality. How you dress, personality. What you smell like, what you got cologne on, personality. That's all part of your personality. Game, if we use the definition of what game is something that you can turn on and off. Game is something that you're using to achieve a goal. But personality is what builds the character you are in front of people. I mean, this is everybody has allowed their own opinion. I don't understand kind of why people try to change the definition that has always been around. But I get teachers on. Fresh, you're like a dating coach for all of us, and you don't charge. I don't consider myself a dating coach, and the reason why I don't consider myself a dating coach is because I think a dating coach specifically does one thing: shows you how to get women or how to make women interested in you. I consider myself more of as a person just showing you life experiences, and I think by showing people different life experiences, them in themselves change to what works more. Like if you see me walk up, for example, shout out to the homie in the street with Keys. If you see Keys in the street with Keys video where he walks up to a woman and he says "Bonita mujer," and you'll see a smile, right? That might not be teaching you game, but when you go and do the same thing and you get a similar response, now you've added that to your repertoire. You've added that to your personality. You've added that to the way that you approach women because you understand that I seen him. It doesn't make that person a game coach. It's just that person show you a different dating coach. But now you added that to your repertoire. So I don't think you added that to your personality. So I don't think that makes that person a game. It's just that person is showing you different strategies or different ways to add to your personality to attract women. I don't want to say game because again, I do understand when some people say game could be something that you separate from who you really are, and I think that the issue with having something separate from who you are, if it's not part of your personality, like pretending to do something like somebody said, if you got a job, right, you have one personality. But if you have if you have how you are around your friends, you have another personality. You're still the same person. It's not like you're pretending to be something. You're just showing a different side of your personality. It's not like you're pretending to do something that you're not. I feel as though sometimes game comes off as you're pretending to be something you're not to access someone that you probably have no access to in the first place. Um, dang. Shout out to 215 in the building. Yo, someone check out 215 channel. Last thing I saw, this guy was under the Eiffel Tower with the Eiffel Tower's lit. Yo, we doing big things. It's great to see other brothers who are traveling outside of what people consider the big three. I still say, hey, travel to the big three as much as you want, big four, whatever you want to call it. Travel as much as you want, but every now and then it is definitely great to venture out to a different place. And if you bring a woman with you, you'll have a better experience. I tell people all the time, you have a better experience when you bring women with you, y'all. CJ, what up? I just said, right, but that trial and error and adaptation gives you uncommon information. So you know what to say and you know how to say it. And normal guys won't know it. Let me ask you this question, Imagine, if you're still here. When you go to school and you learn, you're educating yourself, right? And you learn math and you learn all this stuff, and now you're able to add that to your repertoire of who you are, to your character, your personalities. Do we call that something else when you use it? Do we call it something else when you go and you're able to add numbers quick in your head? No, we still say, hey, that's your education you got from school. Like, I feel as though people are just changing what that is. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they do or not, but I still think it's part of your personality, who you are through self-development, through development, something you just get over time. I don't think it's something that you have to you technically have to learn from somebody. I think you learn from time. If I go up to a woman and she turns me down, and I see my outfit, and I go to another woman, she turns me down, and then I go to a woman and she said, I want to date you, but she goes, hey, I don't really like your shoes, but I like your face, so I stay with you. And then just one day you go and you change your shoes, and you realize you go back to the woman that turned you down the first time. It's like, oh snap, you got some new shoes. I like that. That doesn't mean that you were taught game. That means that in your head you understood cause and effect. You understood how to you changed how you think in your personality or in your mind to adapt to the situation you're in. Now, I don't think that's game. I think that's just natural learning. That's just natural learning. Cause and effect, learning how to adapt to your environment. Let me see, y'all. He just said what we said. Game is more. I don't think I said it, but I mean, again, I think it's just adapted to your natural environment, like learning over time. I don't think that's game, because I think game, I don't know, it's easy though. He should charge if he can get us the big booty Colombian girls without getting scoped. I tell people all the time, 99.9% of the guys who get scoped didn't have the proper security at the Airbnb. Of course, there's a 0.1% chance of it happening, but 99.9% of the guys who get scoped didn't have the proper security, because when women in Colombia, women in Brazil, women in Uruguay, when they gotta cross that security, and that security take your ID and say don't come back without them, is a 99.9% probability they're gonna scope you. And if they was going to scope you from the beginning, they're going to change their mind and they say, I can't go in here, Poppy, because they're going to take your ID. So again, 99.9% of the guys who get scoped is because they didn't have the proper security at the Airbnb. That Sim says facts. 21 says, if you're 30 plus needing a dating coach, then you're socially awkward. Here's the thing I would say about that, and the reason why I know it's difficult not to say this, especially someone who normally like gets women. The issue is not everyone's life experiences gave them the opportunity to learn cause and effect. This is why I say it matters, because if game was something and separate, you could teach it, but you can't teach game in my book. The reason why you can't teach game is because if that person that you're teaching cannot mentally understand how it works, it won't work. I can go teach a person who doesn't get any, I can go say, yo, let me show you how to get a woman dressed like this. I could put the same outfit that I put on me to get the same girl. I can show them how to walk. I can tell them how to talk with a slang, and it not work for that person. You know why it won't work for that person? Because in that person's lifetime, they've had no interaction with women to understand how women react to how you respond to them. So until you get that actual reaction to the chance to see, that's why a lot of dating coaches will tell the guys, go out and talk to 8 to 10 chicks and then come back to me. You know why? Because until you have that interaction, that life experience, it's nothing that I can teach you that's going to work for you. The reason why a lot of the stuff, when I tell people about the black man's guide and I tell people how to travel, the reason why that works so well for people is because the people that listen to the people that's traveling, so they understand how it works. They can adapt, they can hear that information and use it with what they know to form. But a lot of people, 215, they don't get the opportunity to meet a lot of women, whether it's where they live at, whether it's because they're too nervous to walk up to a woman and at least get a failed response. But I'm not sure if I would say they're socially awkward. I'll just say I don't think that not getting opportunities to talk to women makes you awkward. I think it just means your life experiences haven't gave you that opportunity. You know, there's a different way of saying it. Let me see. Let's see. What Jay says, facts. Nope, great example. Now, with the same example, I'll show you a tip or trick to add a multiplier that fast. Normal way we taught. I just gave you game. Again, I don't know if that's game. I gave you information on things that work for me. I don't know if that's game, but again, if that's what you're saying, game is. I guess that works. I gave you uncommon information, but it's not uncommon information. See, uncommon information is something that's not easily accessible. I got 5 more minutes. Uncommon information to me is something that's not as easily accessible. It is as easily accessible to walk up to a woman, see how she reacts to you, and then be able to change your approach for it to work a different way. If you walk up to 10 women and saying "Oh, bonita mujer" works, then it works. But if it doesn't work, then by that 11th woman, because that's common sense. By that 11th time, or you're insane, because insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So if you walk up to 5 women and you say "bonita mujer," and the 6th woman and the 5 women didn't work, then that 6th woman, you might say something different like "hello, how you doing?" And if that works, boom, it changes your mentality. So I don't know if that's something that you can be taught, or is that something that comes from life experiences. You got to have a life experience to be able to be taught anything. Like, you can try to teach me multiplication all you want. You can try to teach me multiplication all you want. But if I don't have the life experiences to know 1 + 1 is 2, I'm never going to learn multiplication. I'm never going to get it because I don't have the basis of what I need to get to where I'm trying to go. If I'm trying to be a person who talks to a lot of women, but I can't speak the language, and I'm looking for it, it just doesn't. Again, it doesn't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's see. I hear you. I'm getting ready to end. We got 4 minutes. I want to eat too. You can't teach personality. You can build personality. I can teach you game. I can teach you uncommon information. You can teach someone what aspects of their personality is most likely to be interested. Women are most likely to be interested in. That's not teaching personality. That's teaching a person how to pull out the traits of their personality traits that are more attractive to women. This is why I say dating coaches do work sometimes to some people, because you're not teaching them something new that they learned. You're teaching them what they know, what they already know, and what parts of what they already know work for them. You're not teaching a woman. You're not teaching them how to talk to a woman. You're teaching them how to grasp this part of confidence in you to talk to a woman. The dating coaches just don't. All right, good dating coaches. There's a difference. Good dating coaches don't create a whole new player. They don't. Good dating coaches show that person how the best part of them can get women, and that's where there's a big mistake, and why game is, to me, is still. I don't see that as being the thing, because a good dating coach is not going to show you how to be them and act like them. Like, you're not gonna say, yo, walk like this, because that's not gonna work for them. You ain't gonna say, yo, talk like this. You're what up, shorty? Because that's not gonna work with them. What a good dating coach is gonna do is a good dating coach is gonna see how you approach a woman. And I'm not a dating coach. A good dating coach is gonna see how you approach a woman. They're gonna say, all right, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. Maybe you should try doing this, this, and this that you did already, and see how that turns out. A bad dating coach is gonna be like, yo, forget everything you know. This is how you're supposed to. This is supposed how you get women. Go put on a nice button-up shirt. Go put on a dress shoes. Go put on a tie. But if that person is awkward in that outfit, he's gonna be horrible. He's gonna feel unconfident when he's talking to women. He's gonna look horrible in his mind, and it's not gonna suit him. So again, that's why I say there are good, in a way, in my opinion, there are good dating coaches, there are bad dating coaches, but dating coaches are needed for some people. But a good dating coach is not teaching you game. A good dating coach is showing you the characteristics and your personality that will attract women. Just like that. These swells in the building. All right, we got to go. We get to that in the comments. You can pay for school, but you can't buy class. Game, game is aka manipulation. I don't think so, because if that's the case, then everybody that's trying to get a woman is manipulating them. But I don't think that's true. In my opinion, I was like 20 years old when Joy said that, and I understood it. You just taught it. That thick. He got his thumbnail snack episode 4 coming up. On June 10th. I can't wait to see that. Get inside, y'all. 1 second. Yeah, like I said, I try because I've been doing snacks. We still on G Talk episode I think 14, I'm not sure. But I'll change the title stuff later. I'm trying to get at least 3 snacks in every place I go. Like when I just came back from Barranquilla, I was only there two days, and I was able to do 3 snack episodes. So I'm thinking whenever I go somewhere, I'm going to try to get 3 snack episodes. Now the thing is, like I said, the quality is gonna be wide range, simply because to set up the snack episode, we have to find a woman most likely a pro, or who's comfortable with being on camera. Even with the mask on, a lot of women are not comfortable with being on camera. I was able actually this time to find some women who was cool with being on camera, and I do have another one in Barranquilla who's going to be on camera next time also. So with their face on the camera, but that's not something all the time. So as I go to these different countries or go back to these countries I've been to already, and I give you more snack episodes, I hope that each time I can get at least 3, but it's not guaranteed. And when it comes, man, what's up, man? Yu-Gi-Oh, what's up, fellas? But I think that what's up, bro? I think a lot of people, they'll complain about the quality. Some people like it, some people don't. But again, if you're a content creator, this is why receipts matter. If you're a content creator, then you really truly know, especially, hey, Kim, you understand when you get to a certain level how difficult it is to get women on camera, let alone dancing. So we'll see how that is. We'll see. If you're self-aware, you should know your strengths and weaknesses. Maximum strength. That's a fact. 215. But the issue is, is that everyone is not self-aware, and everyone isn't able to see the personality traits inside them that will work when it comes to talking to women. And that's what a good dating coach will show you. A good dating coach will show you the personality traits that you have that will help you feel more comfortable and be able to talk to the women that you want, versus teaching you game and teaching you to be something that you're not. Let me see. Majid, that's game, bro. You literally giving a game right now. You can tell someone what to do, but I'm not saying there's no such thing as game. What I'm saying is what you guys call game, I call personality. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there's no such thing as game. I'm just saying what you guys call game, I call personality or personality trait. And that's always been around. I don't think it's manipulated season. Reason why you're playing your cards right. The arsenal of wisdom, I don't think so. Omar Suarez, what's going on, y'all? I got the last comment. Do you think you can get a bad young honey from Newark to wear a mask and do a snack? Yes, I can, but actually I've had women that wanted to do it in Newark, but the issue is that my son lives with me. So Monday through Friday, I won't be able to do it. So it ends up only being on Saturday and Sunday. And most of the women that want to do it on my page, because you guys know I got some connections, they're dancers. And they're cool with doing it for less money, but then the setup I have in my house right now isn't where I gotta set something up so I can make it snacks. I can't set up my house right now where they can do snacks and it's gonna be hold on. It's gonna be good. So that's the reason why. But eventually I will. Eventually I will set some snacks up in my city. I just have to when my son goes to his mother house for in the summer, I think I'll be able to set up some snacks in my house. But I gotta wait till he goes. That's why yeah, I don't have any snacks shipped from Jersey. But I appreciate you guys from joining in on this live. Hopefully tomorrow I won't have to hopefully next time, not tomorrow, but hopefully next time I won't have to go live on StreamYard and go live on YouTube. But this has been Jeep Talk episode like 14 or something like that. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoyway. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. And Big Euro, what up, man? Book a studio host. That's extra money. That's extra money. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. I ain't even in the live stream.